I know you're probably watching this thinking it's just another conspiracy theory, another wild story on the internet. But what if I told you everything you're about to hear is the truth? No sensationalism, no exaggeration, just cold, hard reality. But here's the thing. You need to be prepared, because once you know what I know, there's no going back. They've been lying to us, keeping us in the dark. You've heard whispers of it before, pandemics, cover-ups, government experiments, but I've seen it firsthand. The zombie virus isn't just a nightmare, it's here, and they don't want you to know. My day started like any other. Another soul-sucking shift at the agency, a place where dreams went to die and where stress was served up with your morning coffee. I made a small mistake on a client's account, a tiny error that should have been brushed off. But in my office, it was a sin. My boss ripped into me in front of everyone, like I was a school kid being scolded by the principal. It was one of those days where nothing goes right. After the verbal beatdown, I went outside to get some air and, of course, a bird decided to take aim at me. Perfect. But what I didn't know was that this small annoyance was just a precursor to something much worse. Little did I know the world as I knew it was about to change, and I would be thrown into the middle of it. My commute home was like any other. The station was packed with tired, faceless commuters, all too focused on getting home to notice the strange things happening around them. But something felt off. It was subtle at first, people moving too quickly, eyes darting around nervously. It was as if they knew something, but I was oblivious. As I took my seat, my only thought was getting home and shutting out the world. But that's when I saw him. A man across the aisle, slumped over, sweating, his skin looking unnaturally pale. He was muttering something to himself, his eyes unfocused like he was fighting some kind of invisible battle. I tried to ignore him at first, but the longer I watched, the more it became clear. Something was very, very wrong. He wasn't just sick. He was changing. I could see his skin. It was like it was rotting right in front of me. People around him started to move away, but no one said anything. It was like we were all frozen, too scared to act, too scared to believe what was happening right in front of us. And then, the lights went out. The train screeched to a halt, and the silence that followed was deafening. I could hear my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. In the dark, I could barely make out the shape of the man, but I could hear him, wheezing, struggling to breathe. And then, he stood up. It wasn't natural. The way he moved, it was like his body wasn't his own anymore, like something had taken over. And then I realized this wasn't just some illness. This was something far worse. People started to panic, rushing to the doors, but the train wasn't moving. We were trapped, and whatever was happening to that man, it was spreading. Fast. Helen and I managed to make it to the front of the train, but when we looked outside, things only got worse. A helicopter was hovering above the station, but it wasn't there to help. There were no markings on it, no rescue team, just an eerie silence as it watched us, like a predator stalking its prey. That's when I realized this wasn't just a virus. This was something planned, controlled. Someone, somewhere, knew exactly what was happening, and they didn't want us to escape. They were after us now. Not just the infected, but the ones controlling them. And they would stop at nothing to keep the truth from getting out. Now we're on the run. We don't know how far the virus has spread or how much time we have left, but one thing is clear. This was never just about a virus. It's about control, power, fear. They created this, and now they're using it to keep us in line, to silence anyone who gets too close to the truth. But I won't be silenced, not yet. The truth is out there, and it's only a matter of time before the world knows it too. They're coming for me, but it's not over yet. The truth will come out, and when it does, we'll be ready.